Get that nice big clump of fat right there. Look at this snake. Oh, see? That's exactly why I needed to be careful. That one struck out. Most likely like a feeding response. Alright, we're going to put him back. I just can't get over the size of this guy. Such an impressive rattlesnake. And it's unbelievable that they get bigger. There you go. And you're probably wondering, what does a snake like this eat out in the wild? Yeah, they eat rats, but when they're that big, they're eating rabbits. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to my wildlife. I'm here at McCarthy's Wildlife Sanctuary with Mark and Anna. They're basically like my adoptive sanctuary parents. They taught me so much. I love them so much.
Thank you.
Here in the snake room, they've got so many snakes all over the place. Literally, look around. They have vision cages covering the whole entire room. Venomous, non-venomous, Lapidae like cobras, vipers like rattlesnakes. They have big boas, big pythons, all different species in here. And another thing is, since coronavirus is kind of simmering down, people are able to start opening their businesses back up. So they're back to being open, they're doing private tours, and they're extremely busy. Yes. Them being very busy means they don't have a lot of time for everything. They have a lot of employees taking care of the cats, the primates, everything, working over the place. Only few people here can actually deal with the venomous snakes like Mark and Anna. So when they get really packed up, jam-packed with things to do, they hit me up to come clean the spiciest, the nastiest, the moist meatballs. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about snake. Anyways, so we got a couple big vipers to clean. We're gonna get to it and just try to lighten the load for them to do. And they're gonna enjoy the AC and watch me work. What's that for?
You know, break time.
All right, guys. The first enclosure we're gonna be cleaning are the Western Diamondback rattlesnakes. Two beautiful albinos, and they actually produce almost every year. Big, healthy pair of Western Diamondbacks, and they are not at all tame. I want to be super gentle when bringing them out because, like I've said in the past, these vipers are like fine china. They have very light bones, and it's very easy to hurt these snakes. So I want to be very careful to make sure I properly grab his tail, support the snake, and get the rattlesnake out supported completely. Look at that beautiful Western Diamondback. Oh, watch out! Sorry, buddy. Beautiful Western Diamondback rattlesnake. We go right into the camera. My bad, buddy. Sorry. Gotta be real slow because we don't want to break that rattle. Now, if I can close it. Well, if I can get your head inside real quick. Alright, pretty easy. I gotta be super careful and make sure that I don't get any more of the substrate on the floor because they spend a lot of time vacuuming in here, and Mark's not going to be happy. Anyways, okay, let me get this right. I didn't pay attention to the tail on the other one, so I'm not sure if this is the boy or the girl. That looks like the female. Nice short little tail. Really touchy snake all over the place. I'd like to go very slow, not just because the snake is very fragile, but also the Western Diamondback does have a potent enough venom to kill a person. Western Diamondbacks and Eastern Diamondbacks have a very nasty hemotoxic venom that eats away your flesh. No joke. So we just want to gently get the snake into the holding receptacle, as you can see right here. There we go. Perfect. Alright, I'm just going to fluff everything up. We want to make everything look nice. And as you can see, there's a very spicy meatball right there. I'm so tempted to grab it with my bare hands, but I'm going to use a paper towel just in case there's some fangs in there, because when they do eat a prey item and they shed their fangs, sometimes they swallow the fang and they poop it out later. So sometimes you want to be very careful in collecting poop from vipers. Alright, so the cage is clean, ready to go. I just fluffed it up a little bit because Anna likes for the aspen to get fluffed up so it looks nice, and the snakes have a bit of enrichment. They can go through it, they can mat it down themselves. And it's something new to explore every day, every time they clean the enclosure. So, let me see. We're good to go. Let me just take out the biggest one first. This is the male inside here. What's up, buddy? It's pretty calm and content. You can come look at him. He's just sitting right there. These are big rattlesnakes. And because they're big rattlesnakes, they have a lot of babies almost every year. They're always producing. Real slow with this guy. That snake is. Look at that guy. He reverses off the hook a lot, so I'm gonna try and support him as much as possible. Look at that snake. Big, beautiful albino. Right back into the enclosure. And you can see the light diamonds going down that back. You can just barely see it through the white. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna move this kid over here. I'm gonna move the snake back just a little more so I can keep an eye on this one. You're gonna come out yourself. You guys feed your snakes well. Look at that big fat tail on that guy. That female. Go right back. Here they go. Two beautiful Diamondbacks. Alright, now we're going to be unlocking the beautiful pair of Gaboon Vipers right here. Awesome species of snake, notorious for having the longest set of fangs on the planet, upwards to 3 inches long. Imagine that going into your arm and coming out the other side and spraying the venom out. That's insane. Now, these snakes are not habituated to being handled. They're not used to being handled too much. They get taken out for maintenance and that's it. These are all display animals. So most of these animals are basically wild as can be. So what I want to do, let's see. I'm going to open up this side. Let me get my hook ready. I got to make sure I support the animal as much as possible. Only issue is I got both Gaboon Vipers pointing towards me, and I got one of them resting on this one up front, which is the one I want to go after first to bring out. Get that nice big clump of fat right there. Look at this snake. Oh, see? That's exactly why I needed to be careful. That one struck out. Most likely like a feeding response. Let me flip the hook a little bit for more support. Look at that. Big, beautiful Gaboon Viper from Africa. Beautiful species. The world's longest set of fangs are inside that mouth. An incredible, not just hemotoxin, but also cardiotoxin that attacks your heart. Gaboon Vipers are no joke. If you got bit by one, it literally will make you bleed out of every orifice in your body, cuts, whatever. It will even make you bleed out your own butt. So you don't want to mess with this. Alright, we're just going to go this way. Huffy and Puffy. They are a member of the Bitis family, so puff adders, rhinoceros vipers. A little security on that. They're big, muscly snakes, but they're all about ambush. No pursuit from these animals. They're not like an Elapidae family member that would pursue a rodent. These guys just hang out in the leaf litter and ambush their prey. And as you can see, these snakes are not tame. This big, beautiful Gaboon does not want to be messed with. So I'm going to go really slow with him. Try to get that tail. Nice and easy. A lot of people think that Gaboon Vipers are real laid-back snakes, that they won't bite. The truth is, if you find the right individual, they'll be very defensive and have no problem sinking their fangs into you and ending your life. So you gotta be really careful working with venomous reptiles. Mamma mia.
Feisty.
He's a little feisty.
Yeah, he is.
Alright, let me just get a nice piece of paper towel ready. I'm gonna go in there and get this spicy meatball that's hidden behind these plants. Oh wow, there's a lot. Oh, it's wet. It's like Christmas. It's, oh no. It's getting through the paper towel. Oh no, it's like a wet one. He's so fresh. The healthiest animals at McCarthy's Wildlife. Oh jeez, oh crap.
What? Damn it, Chandler!
Alright guys, I'm just gonna fluff it up a bit. The water looks good. And it basically goes in here all the time. She's like OCD, going through every cage, fluffing, making sure the water's good. It's just a day like today when they're real busy, when they're back to being open after being closed for 2 months, they're jam-packed with things to do. Having a park full of mammals is a lot different from having a park full of reptiles. Constant care every day for each and every animal. So the reptiles come right after. So that's when they call me in so I can get a little dirty and clean some cages. So let's see, everything's good to go. We can put these very spicy individuals back in their enclosures. We'll walk right there. I think we'll start with the meanest one first. Let's see. Hey, buddy. I'm not your friend, guy.
I'm not your buddy guy.
Watch out. Beautiful. Really upset. I'm trying to keep the hook at an angle to support as much as possible, because this big fat-bodied snake is not comfy on the hook at all. I'm gonna get this big boy right into the enclosure, so you can go back to relaxing and sit in the ambush. We got the last Gaboon right here. This one is so much more pink. Look at it. Beautiful female. Beautiful pinks on the face. Such a lovely animal. So let me see. I'm actually going to grab a fatter hook because you saw me struggling a little bit with that last hook. I want to make sure these guys are supported as much as possible. There we go. Look at that big, beautiful Gaboon. Come right back into the enclosure. Go ahead. Look at those beautiful pinks. Just like a big slug full of fangs. Locked, secure to go. Now we have one more pair of rattlesnakes to deal with. We got the Eastern Diamondbacks right here, the big, beautiful pair. This massive rattlesnake has not just been here for years, but this is also a rattlesnake that landed its fangs inside Mark. You guys can check that video out. Link below, you can check it out. Crazy story how this rattlesnake literally shot from this side of the cage all the way out over here and tagged him on the hand. So these rattlesnakes are no joke. They got very acute heat-seeking pits, so let's get into it. We're gonna go really slow with these guys because these rattlesnakes are massive. You wanna be super careful not to mess up the rattles. I'm gonna pull her out first because it looks like it's gonna be the easiest. There you go, nice and smooth. Beautiful Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake. Nice dark tan colors, let you know that they're coming from a pine forest area to adapt to that darker environment. Right into there. That's a really nice looking female, real chunky. Hopefully she's gonna have babies in the future. I'm marking off a bunch of little Diamondbacks. Now look at this guy. Cannot turn my back on him. See him, he's targeting. He's shooting his tongue out, he's holding it, trying to pick up as many particles as possible to figure out what's going on right now. I don't want to turn my back to him, so let me move this card back. Alright, I got the biggest hook. This is the hook that they use for the Bushmaster, so really good for a big-bodied viper like this guy. Look how big this guy is. This is the king of rattlesnakes. Throughout all of North America, Central and South America, all the different species of rattlesnake you find, the Eastern Diamondback is the biggest. Record being over 8 feet long, 2 inches. This beast is around 6 feet long and can easily eat a rabbit. And secured, brother, secure. Gotta make sure he doesn't bust out. Alright, looks like all we gotta do is a little bit of fluffing and take out this very large spicy meatball. And yes, the moment of truth, I will go in and gently scoop the poop, leaving no residue at all. Very nice, very nice. Lots of space for them. Nice deep vision cage. I love Vision Products. Check them out, Vision Products website. This is the same kind of cage I use back home. I use the Vision cages and I use Exoterras. So if you guys ever want to know what to use for your reptiles, Vision cages and Exoterras. Those are great. I like racks, but I love display cages too. Alright guys, we're going to put the female back first now that the enclosure's nice and clean. Start off real easy. I think what I'll do is open this side, open that side, put the female on this side, close that side, and then go in with the male on this side to make it safer for myself. I don't like turning around pit vipers right behind me, especially when they can strike out about 45 feet. No joke with these size snakes. So let me get the female out, get the hook ready, and put her back in her enclosure. Look, she's looking right up here at the top of the can, ready for anything to come in and defend herself. Such a beautiful species. Hissing. You don't hear that too often from a rattlesnake. All right, here, to make this easier for her, what I'll do is I'll let her come out. Come on. There we go. Nice and easy. Such a beautiful snake. Look at her. All right. That hook right under. She's looking right at me. Here you go, sweetie. Right back on. Perfect. Perfect. Nice and easy. Now, I put her on that side, she'll stay on that side. I can put the male on this side and do it safely, but then she shoots over right to this side, so, alright, it's a party, let's get it on. Hey, big boy. He's actually, I was about to say he's a little more relaxed, but he likes to prove me wrong. Here's that snake. This is such a beast of rattlesnake. Look at that guy. Alright, we're gonna put him back. I just can't get over the size of this guy. Such an impressive rattlesnake. And it's unbelievable that they get bigger. There you go. And you're probably wondering, what does a snake like this eat out in the wild? Yeah, they eat rats, but when they're that big, they're eating rabbits. Hanging out around gopher tortoise burrows trying to get rabbits. That's pretty good. Let's get this locked and secured. Alright, beautiful people, that's going to be it for this episode. Check out McCarthy's Wildlife Sanctuary. They're back to being open. They got private tours. Come check out their big, badass snake room and all the wildlife they have here. They're a great sanctuary. They take in exotics and they rehabilitate native species. I love these guys. I'll see you on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe, but most of all, stay gangster.
Tortoise people, crocodile people, venomous people.